new face, and the right fair one at that.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? God duty.
What is it? Dragons?
Got business here in Riverwood, eh? There are worse villages.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
You want to talk? You have my full attention. Why not? Let me know when you are ready to move on.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I'm the innkeeper. It's my attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home. So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me. Close the door. Come on, close the door. You're not afraid of me, are you? Now we can... The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope you're just playing dumb. I'm the one who left the note in Ustengrav. Good. The whole point of being in hiding is to appear to be someone you're not. I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant. Yes. We're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. We remember what most don't. that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road
Lead
to
the way,
Kynes
my
Grove.
friend. I am with you.
Kynes Grove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice.
That one did not die graciously. am in your way. I am sorry.
You've retrieved the horn of Jörgen Windcaller. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final one.
What is on your mind? Sure. Why not? Let me know when you are... to move on.
With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Wolfgar will now gift you with his knowledge of dark. Completed your training, Dragonborn. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Dovahkiin, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
have attained full Dragonborn status. Being shouted at by a group of old men has never been so rewarding. It was quite a climb getting here. Maybe we should just slide back down. Of course. What do you want to know?
Salokunir, Zil Grotova Ulsa. Sled,
Watching it. This is worse than I thought.
all the wind fury. On the Salokunir.
Oh, dang. You did it. That was well done. Come on. I've been... Wait, something's happening. God's above. So you really are...
You want to ask me something? No. My mind is as blank as your expression right now. And no offense.
You really are Dragonborn. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse. What do you need, Dragonborn?
Let me give you some room.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. You're mine!
Lucky hit. Go!
It turns out they were terminally incompetent.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves' Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lass? Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin. I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell.
Exotic ingredients, I have them all.
It's all about sizing up your the way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway.
Looking to stay alive.
Oh, but that's where
What
you're
do you
wrong,
choose?
lass. Well, maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stamp. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, everyone. In Skyrim.
Gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. This way, everyone. Over here.
What is it this time?
Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nirn root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends and were masters of great magic. Imagine the power that coursed through their veins.
How did you get that, then? No one's seen them in years.
My sources must remain a secret for their own protection, but I can promise you that the contents are genuine. One sip of the elixir and your wishes... Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. Looks like I chose... And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best... All right, then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its... Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian crafts. Winter's morning.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
All right, Branchet. Turn out your pockets. We know you have it.
Have what? What in blazes are you talking about?
Guaranteed.
Don't play stupid. I said turn out your pockets. Now.
I'm telling you, I don't... Wait, what's this ring? This isn't mine.
That's right. It isn't yours.
Protect
You're under
yourself
arrest,
right.
Branchet.
Buy armor from
This is
Grelka.
insane. I didn't steal anything. I never saw this ring before in my entire life.
We can do this one of two ways. You can walk with me up to the keep, or I can drag your lifeless body. Your choice.
But
Looking to stay alive?
Very
Why
well.
take a chance?
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
I don't know, Trough. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
Okay, okay.
I'm going to check the entrance to the Ratway. Be right back.
I was sure I heard something.
Remember, hit the one in the middle.
Guess it's all clear now.
Keep your spells away from me.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
A good place to make some gold.
Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
Dying breed, eh? Well, what do you call that, then? Well, well. Color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Percy Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
Have anything for us yet?
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Visiting Riften? All are welcome at the Temple of Mara.
People of Riften, heed my words.
Yeah. What's your
Return
problem?
of the dragon.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. Wonderful. Well, Mara is the god. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you typically love in Skyrim? A person who is looking for a spouse when another person shows interest, and here you are. Good luck. Mara bless you. This
Yeah.
is one of the
What's your
signs.
problem?
The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids. And
Here
embrace
for a
the
room or
teachings
something
of
to
the
drink?
handmaiden of Khan.
I've already told that buffoon that I'm not paying you people. Look around you. I'm barely keeping this rat hole together. The war's seen to that. Come on, give it your best shot.
You're just going to stand there
Somebody
and...
Damn you!
Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up!
Please stop. I'll pay. Take it.
So, can I interest you in anything today? Excellent. I think you'll be glad. Thank you. I'll be sure to put... What? So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to... Petty threats and fist... You demand payment for... Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of... I'm going to make you sorry for this. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Don't let her get away with this! Don't let her get away with this! Come on, she's not so tough.
I hope you're here for friendlier reasons now. After all, I'm all paid up.
Fancy yourself an al... Huh? Never could get the hang of that.
It's you. Please, don't hurt me.
I know who you are. Please, there's no need for that here. Message understood. Here, I even have the payment.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Talk to me again when you've proven yourself to Brynjolf.
Handouts here.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Goldenglow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Goldenglow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Goldenglow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients.
This all looks very hush-hush.
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The Guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex, and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. Watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you.
Don't worry. Really?
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked... See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Still have quite a good bit of jobs available. You looking for some extra coin?
All eyes are on you, lass.
Take every job.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Now you I like. I've been getting sick of the pushovers that usually walk in here. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine. Now it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit, and no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. Unbelievable. You must be the first person to set eyes on all 24 of them in, well, the last 2 eras. When I told you the set had to be complete, I left out a small detail. I honestly didn't think you'd ever get this far. If the stones were remounted on the crown, it would be of great benefit to the Thieves Guild. Not exactly. The crown is what the guild calls a paragon, an object that enhances our thieving abilities. At least that's what I'm told it does. There hasn't been a paragon in this guild for hundreds of years. I have it on good authority that the crown is within Tolbald's cave, dropped by a Dunmer caravan leaving Morrowind long ago. If you could bring it back, we could restore the paragon, and reap its benefits. If we want to stay on top in Skyrim, the guild needs that paragon back. Without it, we're just a bunch of petty thieves. Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. Walking away without taking a job, it's like passing a bloated coin purse on a table.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? And let the one be taught? Any skill.
afraid you'll set fire to something? I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Take a look. All right, then.
I thought the Thalmor were just a bunch of intolerant snappy dressers. I wonder why they are involved in this dragon business. Let us go.
Why me? Need.
life is hard and often short. If you ever get the chance to relax, take it. Mm-hmm. It is quite a story. Are you sitting comfortably? It happened about a week after the Japan job, and my betrayal. Yes, sorry again, by the way. After the Japan deal went sour, I managed to score a little skooma on the road. I used it and sat up all night staring at the stars. I decided I would end my life the next day. After what I did to Felix and you, I thought it best for everybody if I just went away. You are very nice to say such things. I am glad too. I watched the sun come up, then made a noose. My camp was high near the edge of a cliff. I fastened the noose to an overhanging tree branch. I used the last of my skooma, placed the rope around my neck, and jumped off. I remember falling, the twanging noise as the rope went taut, a brief moment of pain, a snapping noise. I thought it was my neck. Then I was falling again. The cliffs rushed past me. I thought, well, the rope didn't work, but the ground will do the trick. A wide ledge hurried up to meet me. I closed my eyes just before the impact. There was a smashing noise. Then I was underwater. I thought, well, the ground didn't kill me, but drowning should end my sorry life. The gods had other plans, though. A current dragged me to the surface, coughing and spluttering. That's when I heard them. I heard clucking. I was in a river being swept through a large cavern. It was dark, but I could make out many cages on the bank. Chickens strutted about outside the cages. I could smell magic. I gathered my strength and hauled myself out of the water. Inside the cages, people were bound and gagged. Ignoring the chickens, I rushed over and tried to open the first cage I came to. It was locked tight. Suddenly, I felt a pain in my foot. A chicken was pecking at me. I kicked it away, but it came back with reinforcements. I saw some rabbits too, but they did not seem to want to get involved. I was in a flapping, pecking nightmare. I tried to get back in the water, but before I had gone a few steps, I was knocked unconscious. No, I was struck on the head with a blunt object. I had the bump to prove it. I awoke tied to a chair. There was a foul-smelling man studying me. I could hear the river nearby, but now I was in a crypt of some sort. Chickens and rabbits watched me from behind the smelly man. He said he was going to make me useful. I did not like the sound of that. My options were limited. I had no weapons, but I did have a little time. This fellow liked to talk. I unsheathed my claws and went to work on the ropes that held me to the chair. The man seemed to have a bit to say, so I let him talk. He said he was a powerful wizard and that he had learned how to transform people into animals. Once transformed, he said I would want nothing but to aid him. He said he had a spy network of chickens and rabbits all over Skyrim. Yes, that is what I thought. I asked why only chickens and rabbits. He replied that once I was a chicken, no one would ever take notice of me again. A bear or a mammoth would be too conspicuous. Smaller animals make the best spies. I told him if he turned me into a chicken, I'd peck his eyes out. He told me that the change was not only physical. I would want to do his bidding, nothing else. He said he was using the information his spy network gathered to cause hate across the land. He fed on hate. It made him stronger. I had spied a wooden door in one wall that smelt rotten. As soon as I felt the rope around me give a little, I jumped at the door. It burst open as I hit it, and the chair broke apart. I was free. The wizard screamed in anger and loosed a spell in my direction. I dodged his attack and ran down a long stone tunnel. I heard the smelly wizard begin to laugh. "There is only death that way," he yelled. "Good," I replied. "I've been seeking that all day." Yes, the smell of bones and dust filled my nose. The wizard did not follow me. I ran for what seemed like forever. Eventually, I came to a vast chamber with a spindly spiral staircase leading up in the center. The floor was littered with dried-out bodies. They had been dead for hundreds of years, but as it turned out, they were still quite feisty. As I made for the staircase, the dead started to groan and move. I jumped over them and began to climb the steps. My father told me that anyone who dies in such a crypt may come back as a walking husk themselves. Not true death, something far worse. There were too many Draugr to fight, so I concentrated on climbing. Halfway up, I spotted an opening in the ceiling. The air was fresher up there. That is when I uncharacteristically tripped. I tumbled back down the stairs. Soon the dead reached me. They clawed at me. They held me down. Dry, cracked fingers tore my face to ribbons, giving me these scars. I almost gave up. Then something amazing happened. Probably, but that is not the amazing part. I realized I wanted to live. I realized that my life was still worth something. I realized that I could be the person my brother knew again. This realization gave me a strength I never knew I had. I fought back, shouting, "No!" again and again. "No, you will not have my life. No, this is not where I die. No!" I struggled to my feet, fighting all the while. I snapped necks, I broke arms, I gouged out eyes. Somehow, I made it back to the staircase. Yes, it was pretty amazing. If I had not spent all that morning almost dying, I wonder if I'd be here talking to you now. Anyway, I reached the top of the stairs, forced open the hatch above, and stepped out into daylight. I was only a few hundred feet from my camp. I stared at the tree with the snapped rope hanging from it for a long time. I knew I owed much, and swore that I would repay any debt I could. When I realized you had survived, I decided that if anyone was going to take my life, it should be you. You know the rest. That is how I got these scars. It is a good tale, yes? Yes, it is. Living it made me the man you see before you. Scars and all. I'm thinking I'm a little tired. Uh-huh. Go ahead, ask away. Okay, I will unwind a while. Do you ever wonder what it is all about? Life, I mean. Sometimes I doubt even the gods know. Archery is fun, yes? is nice. I am relaxing, and I have good company. Life is fine. Yes, my friend. The rift smells arboreal. I love it. You are still Remember to get me when you are done. I sometimes have a bad memory. Too much skooma back in the day. Forgive me if I sometimes repeat myself. What is on your... Yes, let us go. My friend, I suggest you breathe through your mouth until the fight is over. You failed to hit me. They put up quite a fight, but there was only one possible outcome. It is like walking through a nightmare.
I have work if you've got the backbone. I knew you had it in you. After all, finding the stones was no easy feat. Well, I'm not one to welch on a deal, so here's your reward. Hope you put it to good use. I know I have. Come on, take another job so we can both make some money.
Speak to me. I'm thinking I'm a little tired. Of course, what do you want to know? Okay, I will case the joint and keep my ears open for profitable information.
If you're wondering why they call me Viper to Fleet, watch me outrun the town guard sometime.